They're not Cyclops glasses, but I do have eclipse glasses. Close your eyes.
No, it's too bright.
Did you watch the eclipse?
I did. I got a pretty good picture of it, too, because it was very cloudy. But the clouds broke just enough that you could actually look and see it without being blinded and take a photo of it.
Nice. I mean, I get you have to protect your eyes. I was so paranoid. My friends were so paranoid here. Like, we wanted to make sure that, like, our glasses were legit, and we were, like, reading everything online to make sure it had the proper, like, numbers and the company and blah, blah, blah. And then you had to do a couple, like, light tests to make sure they were good. Mm-hmm. But anywho, like, we had a great time, and we were very lucky because, you know, we had clear skies, and it was quite fun. Definitely quite fun to watch. And a one-in-a-lifetime kind of thing, because we had an eclipse not too long ago, but it was a different kind, and it's, I guess, kind of rare to have, like, almost two in a few years, you know, apart from each other.
Yeah, I think you got a really good, like, ours was pretty close to full, but I'm pretty sure yours was even better, I think, wasn't it?
They said it was up to 98%.
Yeah.
And believe me, like, I was shocked to see, or maybe it was 94%, but it was a lot. 94, 98, I don't know. It was a lot. And, but it still wasn't totality where it was pitch black, you know?
It was pitch black, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't even get that dark. It felt like early evening when it was at the maximum, but it was still pretty cool. But just that small percentage really just makes the difference. But it was still so much fun, and we didn't have to travel anywhere and wait in traffic afterwards, so that was very nice.
What was really nice is I had the earthquake the week before.
The earthquake! Yes, that was so scary.
The random East Coast earthquake.
That earthquake was so shocking. But yeah, you know. Welcome back, everyone, by the way. We're watching XMen today. But, hey, you know what? We're just excited to see each other. We're happy to have you here. So we're just having fun conversation. But, yes, we had an earthquake. Yes. And I remember I was editing, and I freaked out. Because I didn't freak out at first. I thought my cat was in the couch. Because sometimes one of my cats will actually go in the back where it's Velcroed and can sneak in because it's a recliner. And would sneak in and sleep there. And sometimes somehow he would, like, attack my butt when I would shift, and it's a thick cushion, but I could feel him moving and kind of, like, attack me, and I'm like, oh! So anyways, there's a little rumble. It didn't feel like that, but I really thought it was Maui in the couch, and I'm like, what the heck, you know? But then the rumbling got louder and louder, and the whole house started rattling, and it went on for a while, so I think like at least 30 seconds, and Ryan was working downstairs, so I shouted to him because I was thinking, all these thoughts went through my head, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not Maui in the couch.
That's what I was doing. Is it this? Is it this?
So
earthquake
many
was so
thoughts.
far down the list.
It was, right? And I'm like, we had construction on our road. I mean, maybe it's a big truck going by, but I'm like, I've never felt this before.
Plane, train, automobile?
Yeah. Like, what is it, you know? And then when it started getting crazy, because it went on for so long and everything really started rattling and moving, I was like, did someone, like, I got a crazy quick thought of, like, did someone drop a bomb? Like, I thought gas explosion because we've had one like that a long time ago.
That's how far down earthquake is in our areas.
I know, we never have earthquakes. I mean, I've heard of them. I think when I was a kid, like, I don't remember ever feeling one, but I think we had a minor one at some point. But yeah, this is the first one I really, truly experienced. And I was like, wow. Like, people like in California who deal with them, like, I can't even imagine being like, oh yeah, here's another earthquake. I mean, a minor one. And it's just incredible. People from
California or Japan are probably just like, those wimps.
I know, because, like, it was scary enough being a minor one, and everything just shook for so long. And
I can't imagine having to deal with that all the time. Yep, no, I'm good.
And it's just, to put it in perspective, I know people understand what an earthquake is, but to experience one, it's like, you have no control over the situation.
That was what I was thinking!
And it's everyone. It's like a huge area of people. Yeah, right?
That was my big thing, was that, like, it wasn't dangerous in the sense that it wasn't big, but, like, you can't do anything. You literally can't do anything.
There's a huge mass of people can't do anything, and you're experiencing it at the same time. It's just so crazy.
You just gotta be there. You can go stand somewhere that's maybe a little bit safer than the other place you could stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just to bring in the X-Men part of it, I mean, can you imagine having mutants with these kind of powers that can do that at will? I mean, that just escalates things so much more. So even though I want X-Men to have freedom just like normal humans, it is still kind of scary just to have that kind of power walking around too. So there's always that debate.
The bigotry metaphor kind of starts to lose steam when you have the power to destroy a planet or...
I know, things really get a lot more complicated that way. So, shall we just get into this episode, Jessica, and we'll just talk about it afterwards?
Sounds good. The X looks great every time. I love that they open with Magneto.
Yeah!
Against Mojo! Oh, there's
That's Mojo.
Again. That wasn't there last time.
No.
And can travel through time. Oh, Polaris! And there's Forge! Oh, and Sinister's after.
Oh, and that one too.
Oh, there's the White Queen. I didn't realize how much I missed reading this stuff until, like, watching this again. And now I'm like, all these people I know.
I love it. It gets me so excited, honestly.
Motendo.
You haven't found a little extra?
He's wearing a shirt again.
Take some cream with it.
Aw, thanks, Remy. You're sweet. But our new boss beat you to the pot.
This is awkward.
I'll take a cappuccino.
You had to use 3 spoons. Who's gonna watch those, Magneto?
Because I can.
After breakfast, the X-Men will report to the danger room for drills. We must be ready should Mr. Sinister resurface. Surely our youngest member deserves some jubilation on her 18th birthday. I second the Blue Rogaine ad. Kate deserves it. Jubilee will see far more birthdays should she learn to master her powers to face a world that despises her.
Alright, chill. She can have a birthday party.
Someone's daddy didn't get him a pony for his sweet 16th.
But let's go to the arcade. It'll be just like old times. What do we think?
The arcade!
Jubilee is a mall rat.
You would have the master of magnetism seen in a bar of childish make-believe. This is bogus. Never even heard of
my god!
Motendo.
There's a wrong shot
Motendo.
on the thing!
Surprises.
Oh
Days looking
no! And
up.
it's
Let's
Mojo
play.
on the console!
I'd rather me and my find out I'm a mutant than be caught dead playing that.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. What are you doing?
Motendo! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh crap! Wow! Oh, this is her birthday!
Oh no, the dial-up!
Neo!
Neo, he's looking for an exit!
Phone booth trap? That'd be creative. Hello?
Back
Ooh, yeah, it is like that! This is Matrix!
Loading.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Do 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 do.
Way back when, Genosha? Was that you, Hot Topic Stalker?
Hot Topic.
Topic stalker. Classic Jubilee.
What in the name of all heaven is that?
Mojo here, your
Mojo.
prime-time psycho interdimensional alien TV producer who feeds off ratings. My greatest hit? Putting the X-Men through overly complicated death traps to entertain my slaves.
Yeah.
Indentured audiences, sorry.
He's summarizing himself very well. I don't need to say anything.
You noticed. Got some nip, some tuck. Actually, it's been a horrible third quarter, and it shows. Let's be real. Picture this. The future. A Motendo that's Mo for Mojo in every home, on every world, in every dimension. Stepping up, nom energy from the
Nom
range
nom.
of all who play. I'll dominate the galaxies and the 18 to 45 age demographic.
Very clever.
What if you refuse to play our game? What then? None of this is even real.
Well, I don't want to say
die in the
something
game, you die in
scary,
real
like
life.
if
I was
you
gonna
die in
say.
the game, you die in real life.
Exactly.
But stinks. Turn those frowns upside down before I catch you like a one-hit wonder. Game on!
This is the old game!
Is it?
Yeah!
Memory! Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Loading. Here we
That's
go.
so good.
Don't kill each other. Oh my god.
And they're using the Days of Future Past set. I'm so excited. You have no idea. Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Having giant nerdgasm over here. Oh, so good. Oh no, he's big again. No more nips and tucks.
Nope.
Oh, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
These levels are taking
Oh
me
no.
back.
What's the
He's
rush?
having too much nostalgia.
Listen to yourself. None of this is real. Sooner or
Get
later,
lost in
you
it.
gotta grow up. Otherwise, reality will smack you right in the face.
Oh. Ooh. What's that considered reality? Oh no.
Oh no. Oh ha ha ha.
Oh.
That was great.
Get this light back. Oh, come on. She won, so light should come back.
Is that a power up?
Get it.
How did that get in there? Spiral! I thought I told you to get rid of her!
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Was I dead?
Scott Pilgrim crap coming up.
Goodness, I thought I lost you. I found an extra life. Someone is definitely helping us.
Tô nem aí. Tô ferrado. Esse lugar é muito perigoso.
Vou vazar daqui.
I don't speak justifiably angry Portuguese, but I messed up. Big time. No way.
Future Jubilee!
We need to move. That blobby tyrant fraud could
that's
download
awesome.
in here any second.
Amazing.
This game of deception. Gonna hit pause here for a second. I got a few questions. Explain everything.
First there's a clone of Gene, now there's a future
Running endless
Jubilee.
trial loops with you two was too risky, so Mojo needed beta testers, digital replicas of me.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, here he comes!
Oh, 6.
I'm like so obsessed with the designs of the X-Men in the background, you have no idea.
It's great though, I love it.
Fine by
He's off his
me.
diet.
The bigger they are,
The harder they fall.
they pop.
Or they pop. Ew.
Dude, she's like roller skating with her stuff. It's so good.
Oh my god. Will he die too?
Oh my gosh.
With our powers combined.
The music is so great right now.
I love it. Vibing.
Rats may have canceled me today, but I swear I'll gut you into the reason.
Amazing.
Whoa! Ah. Oh, she disappeared.
Yeah, because they're getting in the video game.
Whoa. And he's dead.
Spiral's gonna take over.
Craziest game ever. Get rid of it.
Roberto, you could have.
Yeah. Talk about risk.
Whoa! Ooh, happy birthday!
Sparks are flying.
In sunspots. Hello. So, knock knock. What are we doing for your birthday?
Ah, nice. Wait, is that like the cold open?
I know, right? I was like, wait, what?
I thought it was gonna be like a stinger, but it was like, no, here's the title of the episode.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, wait a sec.
That's what she wears in the comic. The overalls. Woo. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
The goddess
That's,
lives.
yeah, that's living.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh.
Please, winds.
I mean, I feel like this would have to be the equivalent of losing like a limb or a sense or
This isn't happening.
something, you know?
Yeah, it's like fully her persona.
I know, Aurora. As long as I help them build some devices.
Yeah.
Devices that
This
could be
is
used
what I
to
mentioned earlier.
neutralize dangerous mutants.
No. You made these?
No, a scientist in Scotland did. Using my early designs, rough strokes at best. I left the government by then.
You, of all people, should know the perils of trusting those in Washington.
That's not fair. Aurora, look at me. Look. I'll say it once. Just once. Then you can go where you can stay, but... I love you.
Aw.
You meant to make me a goddess. Instead, you have fashioned a fool.
Yeah, she don't put up no shit.
I love the romance in this show. It's a soap opera.
This is very, very much like the comics.
What? Ooh.
My whole thing's in the heavens.
Get out of my home, you damn demon!
What?
Ah!
Now he's infected?
This death. Live. Disappointed. Trapped here, haunted. Suffering, despairing. I feast on misery. And I, the
Yeah.
adversary, shall
Okay, I don't remember the adversary.
Oh wow, he's creepy.
That's not what I thought was
That's
happening.
how it ends. It did say part 1. I saw that. I was just getting into that. That was freaky.
Man. Alright, we're supposed to watch. We're supposed to see who they put up here. Who does it
Yeah.
end with? I'm pretty sure it was Magneto was one of the ones left.
That was freaky.
Yeah, that's the same ones, I'm pretty sure, as last time.
I think
Okay.
so too. Woo!
Okay.
So I do have a lot of questions, but I'm glad you know what's going on. But Forge, like, what do you think is safe to know about him? Because I know you
So-
wanted to see him in this.
Yeah, so I mean they've kind of already said it. It's a little bit different in the comics. In the comics, he built the gun that shot her.
Oh yeah, okay.
So in this, they're saying he built the
collar.
the collars,
Mhm.
which would be related to the gun technology. So like they're giving him a little bit more of a. It was an inadvertent. He created one thing, other people built on it.
Yeah.
But in the comics, he just built like that technology, that gun. So he is a nice person. He's not a bad guy, but he definitely did a bad thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he tries to make up with it. It's very much like that of like, you know, he really likes Aurora and Aurora really likes him. She can't forgive him for what he took from her for building that gun. And she also can't like deal with the fact, like she said, she's not his redemption. Like, how do you take that away, this guilt that you have that you did this thing, and separate that from your feelings for her? You know, she doesn't want to be a guilt trip or not even, you know, his pathway. He's got to redeem himself on his own time. She doesn't want to deal with that.
See, I really like, again, how complicated things get, and I'm seeing a spoiler for the next episode, so I'm just going to back out of that before we see any more. Darn autoplay, but anywho, yeah, like, so him meeting up with Storm, so they had a past then, right? Or they just met here, because it sounded like, you know, he introduced himself, right? And
so yeah, in the cartoon they just showed last time, he introduced himself with his bar and was like, I was a friend of Xavier's.
Yeah.
Come hang out at my place. Mm-hmm. And she's like, all right, if you say so.
Yeah, sure, why not?
It kind of sort of happens like that in the comic too. Like he introduces himself as someone who could do this thing. And like, he's like, you know, maybe I can help. Like he has, you know, he lost limbs in the war, which at the time would have been the Vietnam War, but I'm sure now they're just being very vague because the timeline is vague.
Yeah, so they want to like mess
this
it
is
up
back
in,
like at this point probably the late 70s, early 80s that this happened.
That's smart on how they said that, because that makes sense, you know?
Yeah. I almost put a bookmark in here, and then I didn't, and I should have.
Next time.
But I wanted to show you that she's still wearing the same outfit, because the art of this one was done by Barry Windsor Smith, who's one of my absolute favorites.
Nice.
He just has a wonderful sense of anatomy. He did the original Weapon X comic. And essentially what's happening in here is that she is in his house, and his house is all holograms, because he built all these hologram stuff all over his house. And she, like, there's like almost dreamlike sequence where she, there she is, wearing her little, I'll get a good grip.
That's cool.
Where she kind of like falls through a lot of like the stuff that he was using to go through his trauma, like stuff from the war and everything. And it's a very dreamlike sequence. I thought that's what that was happening. I thought they were in a hologram, and that's why she never could have ridden off the edge, or why she turned back. But instead, there's a scary owl demon, and I don't remember the scary owl demon.
That, I mean, again, like, you know so much more than I do, so I was kind of shocked to see that too. I'm very interested to know more, but, like, when she fell through the roof, how did she fall through the roof? Like, she was having a nightmare, and then she crashed through the roof at that point. So I was thinking, like, maybe she was able to, like, bring back her powers a little bit when she was sleeping or something, and she fell through the roof, but apparently that's not the case. So there's a lot going on that I just have questions about, but hopefully more
I'm really curious.
Be revealed next time. Yeah. But so far, you know, I think, you know, that guy's really nice. Forge is really nice. And I'm trusting you, of course, when you said that. He's actually full-on nice guy.
He's a complicated character, but he's not a bad guy.
People have flaws and make mistakes. And
they make mistakes.
Yes, and they can, I mean, I don't think, maybe he is a little bit, you know, I don't think he's using Storm. I think he really does, like, care for her, truly, but I really like the romance in this show. Like, it feels like a soap opera in a way, you know? I mean, the characters are deep, they're complicated, and they're not ignoring that, you know? Like, they're keeping them true to how they were in the comics and the old show, and so I really like these relationships that we've been seeing. Like, they're not holding back on anything, so that's nice to see. But
what do you think of the whole Jubilee turning 18, going into the Mojo game? Motendo.
You know, again, like, I watched some of the X-Men, you know, series back then, and I watched a lot of Saturday morning cartoons. I played a lot of old school video games, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, that nostalgia just brought me back, and it was just so entertaining. Like, just the music of the video games, the sound effects, like the old school sound effects, the pixelation, and like those retro colors. You have like these neon glows, and and you knew the freaking video game they were playing. Like, they took it from a video game, like the actual X-Men video game. Like, to be a super fan and be like, oh my god, and they're actually doing this for the fans, and they're not leaving any details out. Like, you knew all of that, and I think that's so fun. So, that whole video game sequence was awesome, because, like, we've seen, you know, movies, shows do things like that before, but they did it in such a fun, unique way where they truly just went back to that time and paid attention again to the details, and it just really felt like I was thrown back into my childhood, and I just had so much fun with that, you know. And you're talking
that was
about
definitely
patterns.
One for the nostalgia. They're just like, we're going to give you guys a little treat. You can have some nostalgia as a treat.
Yeah. And again, we love watching the animation, but not only do we have this stylized animation, like the normal animation, but then we have like this, you know, old style video game animation and the blocky characters. And, you know, it's just so fun to keep switching back and forth. And then again,
excited.
Yeah, little details you can easily miss. Like you were saying, oh my God, I love it. Like what we were saying, like the little game characters in the background we were seeing now and again.
Yeah.
And we saw them other times too, but there were so many quick like subtleties that you could easily really like miss. And then they have Future Jubilee, who you got really excited
Jubilee's
about.
great.
So she was in the comics too, you were saying, and I'm like, that's so great that every episode we're just getting like so much information from the comics and surprises all the time, and I think that's so fun. Yeah, so I really did enjoy it. I think Jubilee, and I keep calling him Sunspot, but what's his name?
Sunspot, yeah,
Sunspot. Like I think it's fun. I think they're cute together. You
Roberto
know?
or Sunspot.
Roberto. Yeah, yeah. So you know, we kind of knew, or you probably knew from the comics already, but like that they had eyes for each other, and I just think that's cute. That. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Good birthday present!
Sucked into a video game!
Woo! And then you get to make out after. But I think it's so cute. Like, I love the family aspect, too, where...
Yes,
I know
that's always one of my favorite things about X-Men.
I think it's important, too, because I enjoyed that with a lot of shows, and I think it's important. I mean, you can expand a world so much, and you can still make it fun, but when you start branching out too much, you kind of lose the basics of family. And here, like, I know there's a ton of X-Men, but we keep seeing the main group, and it's not like a huge amount of people, so we get to really focus and feel their dynamic, and how Jubilee, like, she's the kid and Wolverine's holding the baked cookies. I just freaking love that, how he's holding the cookies up to her, and just like innocent, and you could just feel the family aspect of it, and it's just great.
You can. And they still manage to throw in, like, little treats. Like, they have Morph turn into an X-Men you haven't seen before. Like, he turned into Ileana last time. Or he turned into Lady Shiva the one time. So, you know, you get to see that. And in this, they also had, in this one, the picture of X-Force in Forge's basement.
You said that, yes.
Yeah. Which is another X team.
Wasn't X-Force or something in Deadpool? I know they're not exactly related, but I know they did. Like,
no, that's the same.
Well, too. Yeah,
it wasn't the same team.
No,
there's been multiple X-Force teams.
I believe it. Yeah.
That was So yes, that was X-Force.
And also, I wanted to mention the collars too. They also have that in Deadpool. I remember at one point.
Yes, those are pretty. They always use those too. You got to be able to turn off someone's powers for dramatic effect.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that kind of technology? Hey,
right.
We don't like
I'm going to put this on you and it's just going to zip.
But they simplify it and it's just what it is, and you just go with it, you know? Because it's like X-Men, they have like all kinds of powers, and they're so...
Like, yeah, the fact that you'd be able to like trigger the right thing.
Yeah, to know exactly how it works. Like, it's the same for every X-Men. Like, you just like close off this gene or this like... part of their body, and it completely just neutralizes everything, and it works the same for everyone. But that's the fun thing, you know, you just have this rule, this basic rule, and it's just how it goes, and there's no question, that's it, you know. So but yeah, that was fun. I really was awesome watching this. It
was good. I was very excited the whole time. In that X-Force picture, real quick, there's two people I wanted to point out. Well, one definitely was Polaris. Polaris had the green hair. She has magnetic powers like Magneto. And when she first showed up, she was like, it was like, oh, this is Polaris, daughter of Magneto. But then it turned out that he had like brainwashed her or something, and she wasn't actually his daughter. But then later it turned out she was his daughter.
I know, because I'm like, we have the same powers, similar powers.
That was the whole thing. His other children, by the way, are Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, if you didn't know.
I have heard that before. Fans have told me that before, watching... maybe probably the Marvel movies with like Wanda, but yeah, okay.
And then next to her they showed a blonde who at first I thought was Longshot, but now I think it might be Havoc, who's Cyclops' brother.
Ooh,
and Havoc shoots weird circle power things out of his chest.
Yes, because he was in one of the X-Men movies, right? Like he would explode things out of his chest.
He was in the First Class.
Yes, First Class.
And so him and Scott are immune to each other's powers, which I think is a really interesting thing, because I don't know how you can be, like, immune to that, but whatever.
You got laser beams coming out of your body. Maybe it's like a dragon. Well, depending on what kind of universe you're in, but, like, maybe a dragon can't get burned because, I don't know. I have no idea. Who knows? You can kind of make up whatever you want, right?
You can do whatever you want. It's comics.
Yeah. You know, every episode's been so unique, and even though we're getting, like, individual stories every episode so far, like, I think it's really well done. I've been really enjoying this.
Super well done.
You know?
I'm so excited about this show.
Yeah.
They did it right.
Me too. I agree, and this excites me because I think they greenlit a second season already for this because it's been so successful, and I really hope this opens the door to new animation styles, to going back to how things were back in the day when we were kids, because they really did cartoons right. They really did when we were growing up. They had so many freaking good cartoons, and like you were saying with Batman, the animated series, like those were just awesome. And Gargoyles! Rumor has it they're making a live action, which I'm excited for, and
that
I'm
rumor
nervous.
comes up every now and then, and I want it to happen so bad.
Yes, I want it to happen so bad, and I am scared at the same time, just because people like to change a lot of stuff from like perfection back in the day, and I'm like, no. But
I'm mostly annoyed that they haven't done it already, because for the longest time they could have still cast Elisa's voice actor as Elisa, because she looks just like her. If you didn't know,
I did know that. I actually did, and
she looks just like her. And now she's like, she still looks great. Don't get me wrong, but she's definitely at this point too old to play Elisa.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, there's just so many things I would love to see that. And now thinking about Gargoyles, I mean, I would love them to bring back the original style and continue from season 3. Not the Chronicles, because they did Gargoyle Chronicles. Remember the Chronicles series?
Yes, I remember Goliath Chronicles.
Yeah, I really tried to like that. And, you know, I remember joking to someone before... when season 3 ended, which phenomenal, 1 through 3, the first seasons were just so great. And I was joking with a friend, and I was just like, they were worried that the animation was going to be different, and I'm like, no, they did such a great job with the first 3. They're not going to change that up now. It's so successful. What could possibly go wrong? I was so naive to that, and I was like, holy crap, did they ruin the show? It was awful. I really tried to like it, but anyways, yeah, so we'll just erase that from our memories, and I really hope they do an XMen 97 thing where they continue from season 3.
It's a Disney property, they could do it.
Yeah, I think that would be better than even doing, I mean, live action, hopefully they do a good job, but the animated series was just so freaking good that I really hope they do something like that. I mean, it's a lot of wishful thinking.
David to do the voice.
Yes, they can. He's a great actor, great voice actor, and Hazbin Hotel Jessica is really good. And I will spoil
That's
you.
Right, he's in it.
Yes, that he's in it, and he even sings in it, so it's fun.
Very nice.
Now you're gonna watch it. But anything else you'd like to add for this episode?
This is just a really great episode.
It was good.
I want to know what's happening with the adversary. The adversary is a common name for the devil. So maybe it's Mephisto. I don't know. That's what everyone in a Marvel show. If you don't know who it is, it's probably Mephisto. Nice. So
it was very creepy.
I don't remember an adversary character from X-Men, so I remember Mephisto. That's who turns Ileana into a demon, so
you're probably right, in the right direction there. Let me just throw this in there too. What was your favorite game system growing up?
Well, I only had a Super Nintendo when I was young. In my house, I only had a Super Nintendo. The best game system, I think, generally believed across the board, is the PS2.
I do have to agree with you. I really liked, I have a lot of good memories with Nintendo 64. They had a lot of fun. They had Diddy Kong Racing. That was a fun game I used to play all the time. I think we even played it for a while.
Probably.
I think I brought it to college with me. We did. We played all kinds of stuff. And I always loved the Ninja Turtle games, Mario. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo obviously. DDR, that was huge in college. I loved doing that. I got pretty good at it too. And then my brother, he actually bought the expensive metal platform at one point, but you couldn't move it anywhere. I don't even know what he did with it, but that was crazy. Better to dance on though, for sure. But anywho, yeah, it brought me back a lot. Had so much fun with this, and can't wait to see what next episode will bring. What's in store for us next? Probably continuation with Storm, because we saw part 1.
Storm.
Part
we got to figure out what's happening with going back to the X-Men. There's a whole Magneto rogue. Will they, won't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gambit's.
He's Gambit's actually doing okay right now. I mean, I know he's holding it back, but, I really thought there was going to be
sugar part
issues.
at the beginning of the episode.
That was so funny. 3 spoon just because I can. You're gonna see it at the end of part 2. Like, you wash those spoons.
Yeah, seriously. If you
man.
use 3 spoons for sugar,
Maybe
use
you
a
can
sugar
sterilize
spoon. Use the sugar spoon.
with like magnetism. He
This
can
is a man who's never washed his own
sterilize
dishes.
them. Yeah. I want to see like problems like that. The simple problems. Domestic problems.
Yeah, right.
But love you
They
guys.
have to have a chore wheel
Yeah, right. They should.
in
They
the X
should.
Mansion.
They should. And like Wolverine's just gonna X his name off.
Yeah.
He's gonna write Scott's name every time. Not Logan. It'd be funny. So love you guys. Thank you so much for watching with us. Can't wait to hear what you have to say again. Have a great day. Bye guys.